Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Y4S Climate Talk, which is an initiative by Youth for Sustainability brought to you by Masdar. My name is Meitha Shamsi, and I'm so honored to be here with you today at COP27, discussing such an important topic close to my heart. How can we empower youth for climate action? And I say it is close to my heart because I'm a proud young HSE engineer at one of the operating company of Abu Dhabi National Energy Company, Taqa. And I'm the chair of the Logistic and Stakeholder Management for Taqa Youth Council. Today, we are highlighting the involvement of youth and the young generation around the world in shaping the global response to climate change and enabling the resource to do so. Youth for Sustainability is an initiative brought by Masdar under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan that invests in and actively support the development of our most valuable assets, us, the young people, by enabling them to become tomorrow's sustainability leaders. This year, Y4S theme is Building Youth Adaptability and Resilience for Sustainable Future. We are here today to discuss with my fellow panelists how platforms such as Y4S provide an enabling opportunity for youth to be prepared for the future of green jobs, adapt to technology advancement, and how they can play an active role as global citizens to mitigate the climate actions. With that being said, I will start with you, Philip. Philip, you are from Serbia, studying at Cambridge in UK, involving in a program at UAE, and coming here to COP27 at Egypt. I'd like to hear from your experience. How can youth platforms such as Y4S enablers for growth for the next generation?
Well, thank you so much for your time today and everybody for coming. I genuinely believe that Youth for Us, the initiative, Youth for Sustainability, addresses one of the #1 issues that young people face right now. That is access to opportunities and quality opportunities to engage ourselves in the climate discussion and sustainability and to start driving this agenda so we can all transform to a more inclusive and a more sustainable society. My experience of Youth for Sustainability as the future sustainability leader has been truly excellent. And it has really provided me a platform and a community to really get involved in policy making, to get involved in skill building, to deepen my knowledge and understanding of what are the challenges and what are the approaches that we need right now and in 5 to 10 years on how to address sustainability and how we as young people can truly benefit the sector and get engaged. Personally, I just also wanted to add that the fact that we start at Abu Dhabi Sustainability Week through our Youth for Sustainability Forum, that is in itself provides a great platform for us to get involved. So this January, I got the chance to meet multiple ministers, engage with policymakers, and out of that experience, I got so many opportunities that just spread out throughout the year. So I would definitely say that the Y4S initiative has been truly a great platform to engage youth.
Thank you, Philip. Indeed, like empowering in terms of access to knowledge, leadership, and engagement will help us to be involved more in decision-making process as a youth. Moving on to you, Sarah. How has Y4S added value to your career?
Well, I'd like to answer this question by saying a quote that I truly believe in. The difference between dreams and reality is action. And in order to take that action, we must be empowered. We must possess the skill set. I mean, there's a difference between dreamers and doers. There's a difference between pledge and action. And in order to be the one to make a change and make a difference, we must be empowered, we must possess the skill set, and we must dare to dream. And this combination of skills, this combination of actions was provided to me by the Youth for Sustainability program. They didn't tell me what problems have to be fixed. They taught me how to fix those problems. They empowered me with a skill set that I'm going to take with me throughout my entire career. One of the most important skills that I have gained from this program is complex problem solving. I mean, we all know problem solving is at the core of human nature. It's what drives fight or flight. It's what tells us to do. But structured problem solving is what enables us to tackle those solutions, to tackle those global obstacles. In terms of problem solving and the experiences I got, I participated in a lot of hackathons and competitions and experiences like COP27. They truly widened my perspective. And for your second question, how it empowered my career, I'm an aspiring entrepreneur and currently a pharmacy student. So problem solving skills are at the core of my day-to-day tasks. For instance, if we're going to talk about healthcare and pharmacy, in order to develop a drug, in order to cure a symptom, we must know the core root of what that disease is, the core root of what that symptom is. So there are correct problem-solving steps that we must go through. There's a correct thought process that must be trained, and I have the Y4S program to thank for that.
Thank you, Sarah. I like how you bridge the gap between your dreams and the reality that is happening. So following from Sarah, Hamdan, I would like to ask you from an alumni perspective, what was the impact of Y4S toward your personal journey?
Thank you, Metha. So to start off, first I'd like to give a quick introduction on why I joined Y4S in the first place. So I come from, I like to identify myself as an engineer by education, an environmentalist by passion, and a consultant by profession. I did my bachelor in sustainable and renewable energy engineering, and then due to the economical aspect of renewable energy projects, I decided to pursue finance to bridge this gap, which we keep hearing today, sustainable finance, funding the transition, all of that. So this is the first impact on me on my personal journey. But to take you a bit back, the fact that I am part of the 2019 Future Sustainability Leaders Alumni and still an active participant in Youth for Sustainability today in 2022 says a lot about this initiative. So as my colleagues said, the Y4S is an enabler, and it's a platform that helps us network and build meaningful connections on both, of course, a personal and a professional level. It helps raises our awareness and opens our eyes, as my colleague Sarah said, to learn more about the climate challenges and how we can work towards and be part of the sustainable transition. This is why we're here in COP27 today, to work towards and be part of this change. And I mean, we can all see the enormous amounts of data and knowledge transfer happening here today. Not just that, but we were also part of roundtable discussions where youth are granted a seat of the table to share their experiences and insights. And not just that, it's more than that. We are also part of like challenges like the Innovate for Climate Africa Challenge, which aims to create the future entrepreneurs, like my colleague, and aims to so basically create the next future entrepreneurs to tackle this climate change and be part of the change.
Thank you, Hamdan. So hopefully you enjoy last day, the finest day for the sustainability as well. So moving back to you, Sarah, you took part of Innovative for Climate Africa together with 22 young solvers from 13 countries to provide a solution to address the energy transition in Africa. What did you learn and how you are using your skills to solve such challenges?
Well, the Innovate for Climate Challenge was one of the most valuable experiences I had in the Y4S program. Well, essentially what had happened was we were paired up with youth in Africa, and our main goal and aim was to tackle the energy problem in Africa. So the chance to interact with people at the other end of the solution, to interact with people who were actually experiencing these energy problems, truly, as I mentioned before, empowered my problem-solving skills. It was allowing understanding and sympathy to catalyze the solutions. We weren't just, we often hear about entrepreneurs trying to create solutions to problems that don't exist, or creating solutions which aren't really efficient. But when you allow understanding and sympathy to take the lead, you are truly going to empower the change. And like I said, bridge the gap between dreams and reality. So the Innovate for Climate Challenge enabled me to empower my skill sets and truly widen my perspective.
Definitely, which understanding the core problem is the first step forward to achieve our goals. Hamdan, I also would love to hear from you. What was your best takeaways from this experience?
We need a community. So the Y4S provides us with a community of solvers and environmental activists. Previously, like we always focused on the solution, but it helped us to take a step back, focus on actually the problem and how can we understand the problem at hand first to come up with a proper solution. We have to collaborate with all stakeholders, especially the end users, people that are affected by climate change, those that are directly affected by it. How can we incorporate their ideas and insights, take into consideration their needs and their wants to come up with the proper solutions? Otherwise, we might basically come up with the right solutions for all the wrong problems. So I believe this sense of community of solvers is the most important aspect of it.
Indeed, like we need to identify the problems to have a better understanding of the solution that we want to have it. So Philip, we hear the term global citizens almost every day. So we all want to be a global citizen. And I think as we are here, we are considered as a global citizen somehow. So firstly, we really need to understand what it means to be a global citizen and how this is important to solve the climate challenges.
Well, that's exactly what we need right now in terms of global citizenship. Something that is really important to understand is that the problems we face right now in society are incredibly complex, incredibly multilateral in nature, and hence require collaboration not only between sectors and between countries, but also between industries. And global citizenship comes to play here because something that is so local in nature, a local problem, can have such a huge global impact. So for example, the Suez Canal, when the ship, for example, blocked the Suez Canal, that is still causing problems right now. So as you can see, something very local causing global problems. And as a global citizen, I believe that it's so important for us to understand how we can have an impact in our own vicinity, in our own corporations we work, our communities, and translate that onto something that's much bigger than us. And I think that's what Youth for Sustainability is all about. As you can probably hear, we're all here now at COP27, making impact, discussing topic with policymakers. We're trying to drive the agenda, and we're trying to really improve the global citizenship aspect of everything and multilateralism. So something that is a great example of this is the, as we said before, Innovate for Africa challenge, where we had the challenge of helping communities across Africa really provide innovation and provide new solutions for them, even though none of us were from Africa. In that sense, we were very selfless because we were solving a problem that we had no idea about in a community that was not of our own.
Thank you, Philip. So climate change is one of the Africa's most significant challenges. The main objectives of the Y4S Africa agenda are to convene intergenerational dialogues between the youth and decision makers and offering a platform for youth to share their voice towards building a climate resilience for the future in the region. The future now is in our hands. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you.